My name is Don Aldin, and I'm Director of Retirement Readiness at Geneva Benefits Group. With me is Rod Miles of Grace Church in Marin. Marin County is located just north of San Francisco. If you drive over the Golden Gate Bridge, you'll come to Rod's church. Rod, you've been very active in your presbytery, Northern California Presbytery, and one of your passions is making sure that pastors have good, solid, sustainable call packages. Back in June of 2023, at our General Assembly gathering, Geneva announced a new set of call package guidelines for pastors, for churches, and for presbyteries. The role of presbyteries in making sure that our pastors have adequate call packages for them to pursue the ministry that God calls them to is so critical. And Rod, you have been involved in that in the NorCal Presbytery. Tell me, what were some of the challenges that you saw as you were introducing call packages into the dialogue of the presbytery?
Well, the call packages that we were receiving were just all over the board. And so when Geneva created the call package guidelines in 2011, I believe, it was just like a godsend, really, because at least there was some ways that we could get our arms around what was a good call package. And so we have a very diverse presbytery. We go from Salt Lake City to Honolulu, Nevada, all the way up through the Central Valley and Central Coast to San Francisco. So it's incredibly diverse geographically. It's incredibly diverse culturally as well. And so bringing all those parties together, having all those diverse groups had with no guidelines, just brought a plethora of things. And so bringing it all together and having something that was sort of well thought through, had expertise from outside of our circles. Really, I mean, it was just wonderful for us. And then we kind of came around what it looks like to at least be consistent with this.
What were the challenges? What were your concerns? As you said, yeah, we need these set of guidelines, but what was really kind of on your heart about what wasn't happening, minus just the lack of consistency?
Well, what wasn't happening is people weren't getting paid properly.
Okay.
That's it's funny, I came from the business world and and I was surprised that call packages were presented in a public meeting, and I thought, surely there's more to it than this. And what I discovered was there wasn't more to it than this. And so it's like, this is the time where we have to have everything in order. In fact, before you get to that meeting, you have to have everything in order. And so these guidelines really help presbyteries, but they help elders and people making the call prepare a good call package, because at the end of the day, our families pay for it. Not, and it's hard to self-advocate for this. It's hard to come in and say, well, I'm an expert in compensation when you're not, and then add these elements to it, and then you're on the phone talking to your friends or whatever and trying to find out. Now we have some standards, and that just makes life better for everybody, more integrity to the whole process.
So what have you seen right now in your presbytery? What do you see success? Do you see them engaging with it? Do you see resistance? What do you see going on in your presbytery?
It's all over, Don. But here's the great thing. Everybody knows that these call package guidelines, we went through the process of literally making a motion and discussing it and then passing that all future call packages, this has been since 2013, all call packages will conform at some level. It doesn't mean that they're all perfect, but they will conform to the PCA guidelines for this, so the Geneva Benefits Guidelines, the best practices. And what's the challenges are several-fold. One, people forgetting how to look up the call package guidelines on the website, which is easy. And I have it loaded, and I just very joyfully send them the same things I've sent them 5 times before. Secondly, it's really just the embarrassment. So some aren't prepared to make a call package because they don't have the money. And so what we don't want to do is anybody to be embarrassed about not having a rich call package, and just saying, we want you to contemplate all of these things and have a plan to, to make this up over the next 5 years or over the next 3 years. We want to add these elements to it, and this is great. And so if you have that attitude, that's really good. And then every presbytery needs sort of an advocate, right? Mm-hmm. And so if you get a call package that doesn't conform, you just very politely say, this does not conform, and can I help you? And so what's happened in the Northern California Presbytery is like 3 weeks before Presbytery, I get a plethora of emails or phone calls asking, hey, does this look okay? Because they know that I'm going to say something in Presbytery. And so I'm happy to play that role. I think you just need somebody who is into it and loves it because they love their fellow pastors.
Good, thank you.
Yeah.
We have provided call package guideline resources on our website at genevabenefits.org/CPG, and those are available for presbyteries. They're also available for pastors. They have some unique needs. They're also available for churches as well. And so we encourage you to visit our website. Rod, thank you. Your passion for our pastors is personally been very encouraging to me, particularly at my work here at Geneva. So thank you. Also thank you for our years of friendship, and our call package discussion goes beyond talking about it here for Geneva, but it's personal, and there's many things that you've helped work me through as well. So
it's a joy,
thank you.
And I thank you for the leadership that Geneva has.
Good. Thank you.
Yeah.